This time last year, we were gearing up to head out to South Dakota, where the poorest people in America live. South Dakota is where Native American people are forced to live in conditions worse than many third world countries. I would like to share with you tonight information that will make you sit up and wonder just how the federal government can allow its first people to live like this. And it is the U.S. government that allows this to happen. Some of the facts are: 1. The Pine Ridge Reservation. The Pine Ridge Oglala Lakota Sioux Indian Reservation sits in Bennett, Jackson, and Shannon counties, and is located in the southwest corner of South Dakota, 50 miles east of Wyoming. The 1,100 square, approximately 2,700,000 acres Pine Ridge Indian Reservation is the second largest Native American reservation within the United States, and it's roughly the size of the state of Connecticut. According to Oglala tribal statistics, approximately 1.7 million acres of this land are owned by tribal members. The Pine Ridge Reservation is home to approximately 40,000 people, 35% of which are under the age of 18. The population is slowly but steadily rising despite the severe conditions on the reservation, as more and more Oglala Lakota return home from faraway cities to live within their societal values, be with their families, and assist with the revitalization of their culture and their nation. The median income, listen to this, on the Pine Ridge Reservation is approximately $2,600 to $3,000 a year. That's for a family. Can you live off of that money per year? Most folks out here couldn't live off of that kind of money in a month. But my people out there are forced to live off of that for an entire year. The employment rate on the Pine Ridge Reservation is said to be approximately 83 to 85%, and can be higher during the winter months when travel is difficult or often impossible. There is little, if any, industry, technology, or commercial infrastructure on the reservation to provide employment. Rapid City, South Dakota is the nearest town of any significant size, approximately 57,000, for those who can travel to find work. It is located 120 miles from the reservation. The largest city in Pine Ridge is Denver, Colorado, located some 350 miles away. Could you travel 350 miles every day one way to go to work? Could you? I don't think so. Let me give you some more information on Pine Ridge and the other surrounding Native American reservations out there. A lot of people really don't know how sad it is and how bad it is. Some figures state that life expectancy on the reservation is 48 years of age for men and 52 for women. Other reports state the average life expectancy on the reservation is only 45 years old. You die. Teenage suicide rate on the Pine Ridge Reservation is 150% higher than the U.S. national average for this age group. And we're talking about Pine Ridge, but we didn't mention Rosebud, Kyle, Cheyenne River, Sisselton, Yankton. It's all the same. The rate of diabetes on the reservation is reported to be 800% higher than any U.S. national average. In other words, diabetes is an epidemic in Indian country. Cervical cancer is 500% higher than the U.S. national average. Tuberculosis, 800% higher. Recent reports indicate that almost 50% of adults on the reservation over the age of 40 have diabetes. It is reported that at least 60% of the homes on the Pine Ridge Reservation and other reservations out there are infested with black mold. The infestation causes an often fatal condition with children, infants, elderly, those with damaged immune systems, and those with lung and pulmonary conditions at the highest rate. Exposure to this mold can cause hemorrhaging of the lungs and brain as well as other cancers. The Federal Commodity Food Program, that surplus program that they got going, that they've had going for a long time. I remember when I was a kid, we used to get surplus food. It's active but it supplies mostly inappropriate foods, high in carbohydrates and or sugar, for the largely diabetic population of the reservation. A death sentence. It's just, I can go on and on and on with all of these things. Let me tell you about something else, too, out there on these reservations. The school dropout rate is over 70%. And according to the BIA, Bureau of Indian Affairs, Bureau of Indian Annihilation, the Pine Ridge Reservation schools are at the bottom 10% of school funding by the U.S. Department of Education and the Bureau of Indian Affairs. Teacher turnover is 800%, that of the U.S. national average. According to a 2003 report from South Dakota State University, the majority of the current Tribal Housing Authority homes were built in 1970 to 1979. The report brings to light that a great percentage of that original construction by the BIA was shoddy and substandard. The report also states that 26% of the housing units on the reservation are mobile homes, often purchased or obtained through donations as used, low-value units with negative value equity. In a recent case study, the Tribal Council estimated a need for at least 4,000 new homes in order to combat the homeless situation. So you see, homelessness is not just in the cities, it's on the reservations too. Overall, 59% of the reservation homes are substandard. And 33% of reservation homes lack basic water and sewage systems, as well as electricity. Many residents must carry often contaminated water from local rivers daily for their personal needs. Some reservation families are forced